Welcome to Cineverse, to join the universe of cinema with me, Burhan Ratlami, and today we are going to discuss about the lenses and its configurations. So till now, as we discussed about the different camera shots, different kinds of camera angles and different kinds of camera movements and how they impact our frame. So now let's start with wide angle lens. So what is wide angle lens? It helps us to establish the location or the surroundings of the character. Now why wide angle is used? The range of focal length varies from 16 mm to 24 mm to 28 mm. So now let's take an example of a character who is stuck in the mountains. To show this, we will use wide lens to show the loneliness of the character in the deserted location of the Himalayas. Now to show the how vast the location is and how alone he is in this deserted situation, the wide angle is the best option you can use. So now let's move to the next option, that is prime lens. So the prime lens are basically fixed focal length and you can play with the aperture. So it offers you the aperture range of 1.4 to 22 f, that is the widest. In the shallow aperture, there is a depth of field in the frame where you can easily differentiate your character from the foreground or the background. If you go for 1.4, you will have the shallowest depth of field, and if you go for f22, you can extract out the best details in your image. So f22 is basically used when you are clicking the landscapes or when you are capturing the wide scenes that you want to aggressively edit in the Photoshop. And if you go for a sharper image, then you can go for the aperture 1.8. So now we will move next to the macro lens. So what is macro lens? Macro lens is generally used in the films to extract out the minute details in the frame. What are the minute details? Let's just take an example of a water droplet present on the leaf. So if you want your audience to have the cinematic feel, you can take that tiny water droplet in the frame by using the macro lens. One more example, if there is a very intense situation going on in the film, if there is a very much drama in the film and the protagonist is sweating and the sweat is falling from here to there, you can use the macro lens to show how tensed he is and what he is feeling in the moment. Now let's move to the next, zoom lens. So what is zoom lens or what is telephoto lens? This lens helps you to capture the subjects that are far from your camera. I'll show you this through an example. Let's take an example of a tiger that is moving in the forest. To keep you safe distance from the tiger, you can use the maximum focal length of your lens. Now if you are owing a 200 mm focal length, you can switch the camera or lens to 200 mm. Now you can easily see the tigers that is far away from your gypsy or from your car, and you can easily capture the photograph or you can easily film the tiger. So that is why and that is how the zoom lens or telephoto lens is useful to you. It will definitely help you in tracking the far moving objects like the eagle flying high in the sky. So you can, through the telephoto lenses, you can extract out the details in the eagle also, and this will help you to track the fast moving objects too that is far away from you. Now let's move to the next, that is fisheye lens. Fisheye lens, imagine peeping through a keyhole of the door, it gets bulge in the view. The same happens in the fisheye lens too. In the fisheye lens, focal length varies from 8 mm to 10 mm. So there is a bit of bulge in the lens which helps you to look the subject a bit of cylindrical. So now let's talk about the last and the most important, anamorphic lens. What are anamorphic lens and why they are important? So the most preferred lens in shooting is the anamorphic lens. The anamorphic lens could be attached to the Red, Arri Alexa and the major cinematographic gears that are used in the professional terms or in Bollywood, Hollywood or any industry you follow. So these lenses are the special tools that affects how images get projected into camera sensor. They are created so that a wide range of aspect ratios could fit within a standard film frame. So the anamorphic lenses are the most preferred by the professional cinematographers, and when you use or when you opt for the anamorphic lenses, you need a professional focus puller who will help you out in pulling the focus while using such lenses in your camera. So this was all about the lenses, and I hope you enjoyed it, and keep practicing with different kinds of lenses, keep shooting, and you can try the different lenses and you can see the result, how it affects your framing. So keep learning, keep shooting, keep filming. So now let's move to the next topic, that is advanced camera shots or advanced camera angles. So first we will discuss about the bird's eye view. What is bird's eye view and why it is important in cinematography? So bird's eye shot refers to a shot looking directly down on the subject. The perspective is very foreshortened, making the subject appear short and squat. What is the purpose of bird eye? The bird eye perspective can make the viewer feel like they are protecting the subject who is below them. This can be a powerful tool when creating a photo documentary. By using this perspective, you can highlight how the viewer is more privileged than the subject of the photo. Okay, so now let's move to the next topic, that is Dutch angle. So what is Dutch angle and why it is used in the films? Also known as the Dutch tilt or the German angle, the technique consists of an angled camera shot where the horizon line isn't parallel with the bottom of the frame and vertical lines are at an angle to the side of the frame. So why the Dutch angle is used? It is used to create the jerk or disturbance in the film. In this angle, we hold the camera in a tilt mode and we shoot the film. So now let's move to the final topic, that is ground level shot. So what is the ground level shot and why it is important in cinematography? So ground level shot is when your camera's heart is on ground level with your subject. It means the camera and your subject is on same pace, is on same line. The camera angle is used to feature the character without revealing their face. This camera angle is used a lot to feature a character without revealing their face, but it can help to make the viewer more active and use the actor's performance to build an idea. Let's take an example. If a character is walking, the first thing we will show through the ground level shot is the feet of the character, and then slowly we will create the intensity of the scene and then we will reveal the face of the character in the frame.